We had a lot of difficulty finding hard facts about Ophir Joe Christopherson's life before and after his great gold finds. And this is not unusual considering the era we're talking about, the 1850s. It was a notoriously chaotic, turbulent, unregulated and undocumented era, and much of his story had to be guessed at or partially fabricated. One thing about this era of gold rushes is certain, however: the impact of the traditional life of the land's custodians, the Wiradjuri. The gold rush, with its influx of immigrants and mad scramble for wealth, was pretty much the final nail in the coffin of the Wiradjuri's traditional ties to the country. They were driven off the land as it was dug up and sieved for gold. They were exploited and treated abominably, and the traditional use of their hunting grounds, spiritual life and systems were ignored, overturned and disregarded. For all of these reasons, we, the creators of this film, are sorry for the actions of our ancestors and pay our respects to the elders both past, present and future of this country.
Nobody knows or really cares where Thomas Ophir Joe Christopherson came from. All our research, our internet searches and sifting through books yielded no information about his origins. We think he was a digger at the 1849 California goldfields and probably had no luck. Hence, he's travelling to Australia for the 1851 gold rush.
The first reference we found of Ophir Joe was in Trove. It was an article from a Sydney paper which stated that he and his two mates had found 2 buckets of nuggets at Ophir. Nobody knows what the other 2 did, but Joe went nuts. He sailed first class to London in luxury. When he arrived, he proceeded to make a total goose of himself, spreading his money around in mad effort to gain acceptance of the aristocracies.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're racing today at the Royal Ascot, and the horses are lined up at the gates, and they're racing! They're off to a good clean start, and it's Golden Nag roaring straight to the lead. Princess Parsley is known for her very good opening speed, and Lightning Bolt has gone so wide on the turn he'll be eating the pies out of the punter's hands. This is a shocker for Princess Parsley, ladies and gentlemen, the biggest boil over since Polly forgot the kettle. But Golden Nag is showing a real promise here, giving her heart and soul, really staying in the race. And here comes Lightning Bolt. The jockey's gone for the whip on Lightning Bolt, and you can see the result. He's tearing up the turf. Golden Nag really ate up the ground there, practically from last to first. It's all over, folks. What a race for Golden Nag. A champion becomes a legend.
When Joe's money was gone, he very quickly realised he was no longer welcome in the wealthy society, and he reflected on the fact that he'd blown his fortune and his luck. When he landed in Sydney, he slowly grovelled back to Ophir.
Arriving after a long journey, Joe was devastated to find millions of people mining at Ophir, and knowing that it would almost be impossible to find any gold now. With the odds against him, he decided to try his luck a little further out from the main camp. Good fortune shone once more on Joe and he struck gold. Having learnt his lesson about wasting money, Ophir Joe Christopherson used his money to buy land and set himself and his future family up. Today, Thomas, Ophir Joe, Joseph Christopherson's ancestors still live on the land that he purchased with his second wife.